real estate, you must come to Okoro to buy, lease, and to sell on national real estate today.
Oh yes, don't you ever forget your real estate investment, and of course property is the only thing that can never be stolen or lost. It's of course the only business that continues to rise and rise and rise in value. Welcome to National Real Estate Today. My name is Chidiebere, and I tell you, no time at all for any preambles, because we have quite a crowded show coming up in the next 25 minutes or so, powered of course by Okoro and Associates. We are really grateful for him, and straight on into business. Today, like I said, it's quite crowded. We are kicking off with the estate market segment, and Dr. Okoro, ESV Dr. Okoro, he's brandishing two major markets as usual. I talk about the Lekki Trade Center. That's the newest one over there at the Ibeju Lekki area. That's the one that everybody is scrambling for. And of course, the famous Tejosho Ultra Modern Shopping Complex. We have Engineer Owolabi, and of course, representing the landlords of that market. I think you better stay tuned and catch all of that. And of course, try and purchase you one or two or three of those wonderful, wonderful stores that are built to quadruple in no time at all. That's all coming up on the estate market segment. Now, the property development, that's another one. And you would not believe the young boys that they are doing something so encouraging, so fantastic. Talk about reducing 22 million housing deficit in Nigeria. Okoro is going to help and pilot that and show us all of what is available for very, very, very reasonable prices out there in the Bejuleki area. And yes, you would not believe that at all. Builder's choice. Today we have a really big wig. You are going to be so shocked to find out. But I know that 3 out of 4 of you out there have heard once at least the name Wishtech Group. He's on the show. Can you believe that? And he's going to tell us all of what he stands for. That's absolutely fantastic. Now, accessories for home. Oh, this is something else. A young lady, I think she has come back from somewhere, some European country, but she's into a lot of different interior designs. She says she can turn your carcass, your house, common house, into a quality home. You will not believe what's about to come your way as we bring you all of these features, of course, overlooking the lovely, lovely silhouette, sunset silhouette of the Ojodu, Akiode Ojodu Estate right behind me. Now, if you allow anyone to distract you from wherever you are sitting or standing watching this show right now, you would have absolutely nobody to blame but your very own self. We'll be back in just a minute. It's
National Real Estate Today.
Again, I must inform you free of charge that the only law in Nigeria that have empowered any profession at all, which is the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, to do valuation for any purpose at all, for all manners of assets, apart from land and building, is the Estate Surveyors and Valuers Registration Board Act of Nigeria. And that is the law that have empowered us as estate surveyors and valuers to undertake valuation. But in Nigeria, we have a situation where until the damages are done, that's when we start crying for the damages that has been done. Most of the public buildings are under the law required to be valued and insured.
If we look at the major commercial activities in the states, one thing we will see is that wholesale market generally are scarce. You know, when you look at electronics, you have to go all the way to Alaba. E-commerce and computing, you have to go to Ikeja. You know, building and real estate, you have to go to Orile. And you find out that in terms of development, and you realize that the Lekki-Epe axis have been where development and movement and migration is tending towards. And the market that supports it are far away, which makes the landing cost of these materials very expensive. So if we have a direct source market very close to the locality where people are developing, it will make the cost of delivering most of this infrastructure and buildings, make it cheaper. And that's what we're looking at. So basically, we're looking at having a wholesale market for electronics and electricals, e-commerce and computing, as well as building and construction markets.
Well, what we're talking about here is Tejosho Ultramodern Shopping Center. It's a shopping center built at the heart of Yaba, Lagos. So, and it's a shopping center that is currently running for over 8 years now. So the business is quite thriving in that shopping center, and the shopping center in all has over 1,600 shops. The former Tejosho market had issues in the past, so government came in and said they need to put up a new market, a new ultramodern market in that place. So they got a developer and they built the place to a modern standard shopping center. So currently now the place, what we have there now is a shopping center with extra modern outlook.
My name is Daniel Victor Chukube, the owner of Herbal Building Change and also Vicuna Communication, Nigeria Limited. You're watching National Real Estate Today. Keep watching.
Investment, portfolio, time planning, surveying, and much more. Do you desire to have wealth? It is from real estate. You must come to Okoro to buy, lease, and to sell on National Real Estate Today.
I am always amazed when Nigerians try to actually create storm in a teacup. What you are just talking about is specialization. So if people have studied estate management and they have not been opportune or focused on that aspect of our profession in the area of facility management, then such a person cannot claim to be a facility manager. But where some people gather together, and whether they read sociology or they read Yoruba or Igbo, and they now brand themselves as facility managers, it is laughable. All we know is that if there's any profession that has the fundamental, the basic ingredient of training in property management or facility management anywhere in the world, it is the estate of others. There's no doubt about that. But where a whole lot are deviated from the fundamentals and concentrate on things like property letting, then they cannot claim, if they stumble into a job requiring a kind of sophisticated facility manager, to say, because I'm a surveyor, I am a facility manager.
Making a house a home is putting your own character, your own self, everything about you, your values into the house. You can walk into a house and know the kind of person the owner of the house is just by walking into the house. If you walk into a house and some furniture will tell you the kind of person it is, even the accessories, the soft furnishing will tell you the kind of person it is, and that is what Maki is about. It's about translating you as a person into the house and making it a home that whoever walks in knows, okay, I'm in your house. Apart from the goods and products we have services also. We do renovations, we do remodeling, we take projects from as far as even Kakas. So you can give us a building at Kakas, we do the tiling, we do the POP, we do the fittings, the light fixtures, the sanitary wares, the doors and all of that. So we do services that we like to take projects from services anyway, because most times when we take just a finished house to turn it into a home, we end up maybe breaking some things and trying to do a lot of remodeling. But when we take a house from Kakas, it's easier. So we can actually embed your own personality from the root.
For instance, let us look into the angle of tenancy. In tenancy, you have some corporate leases to corporate organizations, and you have to individual leases. Already some of the corporate organizations, with the nature of what they do, they are already crying aloud that you need to give them a rent relief. In some cases, some of them are into oil and gas company, and now the price of oil is already down, and this is going to affect, the rent they are paying. And most of them that they are paying their rent in dollars, it's going to have a toll on them heavily. Oh yes, those of you who are just walking in, you are watching the program that has just about become the national anthem, really, as far as construction, infrastructure, building, housing, real estate is concerned. A reference point for that matter. We call it National Real Estate Today. Remember, it's powered every week by none other than the famous ESV Dr. M.I. Okoro. And if you paid attention, you very quickly recognize we are now at the Builder's Choice segment. By the way, we are inside the carcass of some building. I don't want to mention where it is, but this is how the building looks like when it's being constructed. That's why we have come here. You will not believe that at all. It's my privilege, of course, to introduce to you one of the biggest deals as far as the property industry and especially the building material sector is concerned. Have you ever heard of Tech Group? I'm sure you probably heard of Tech Roofing, but did you know that that's not the only thing that they do? Let's meet none other than Dr. Chigozie Nwankwo. He's the CEO and Chief Executive of Tech Roofing, Tech Paints, Tech Plumbing Materials. It's national real estate today.
Tech, apart from the roof, today we have the best PPR pipes, fusion systems, thermoplastic systems. We have all the best plumbing systems you can ever talk of. I don't know of any plumbing company in Nigeria today that provides the standard and the quality of plumbing that we provide in the market environment. Our sanitary wares are the best of European standard. Today, we've gone into painting. Today, our paints has not only driven other paints out of the market in Nigeria, but in 40 different countries. So today, our paint is the only paint in the marketplace that has a silicone base. And to be very sincere with you, if you look, the most interesting area of our paint is that our paint is cheaper than the locally made paint by spread. For example, 20 drums of locally made paint, 20 kg. If you are to use our paint for the same surface, you only need 10 drums because our coverage is double the coverage. So whatever, for example, if you need 1 million naira to paint your house, with Tech Paint, you might get it at 800,000, yet it's the very best quality you can ever think of. So not about only quality but also affordability. It's most of the churches now prefers our pen because it's affordable and it's outstanding.
Witch Tech Industries Limited, Africa's leading roofing and construction brand, partnering with the world's leading brands. AHI New Zealand, the inventor of stone-coated roofing. IPS Pipes, German thermoplastic inventor. Tech Paints, the paint market leader in over 40 countries, and many other brands, building superior long-standing homes in Nigeria and West Africa, bringing joy to homeowners and investors. Witch Tech, transforming the homes of Africa.
My name is Godfrey Aikunwosu. I'm the National Secretary of the Association of Mobile Phone Traders of Nigeria, AMPAT. You are watching National Real Estate Today.
In Meduleki, actually, we have 4 different sites, but in this particular site, we have a 25 hectares of land, which is 64 acres, right? And right on this site, we actually plan to deliver a total of 1,000 housing units, comprising of bungalows, duplexes, apartments, and so on and so forth. 1, 2, 3 bedroom, bungalows, 1, 2, 3 bedroom apartments, duplexes, and all those stuff. We're delivering it here. Yes, people have also invested in land. People that invested in land, of course, they want to do, do what they want, right? We also have, apart from that, we also have the investment aspect of it. The investment aspect of it, encourages, because this is like a vision, to enable people to invest in land, to invest in infrastructure projects, to invest in building projects and home ownership. And that's the kind of thing we're trying to achieve here for people. Like our mission says to make home ownership and participation in the real estate sector more accessible to Nigerians. So this is like a platform for Nigerians to come and participate. Either they want to invest in infrastructure development, they want to invest in land banking, they want to invest in home ownership for themselves, or for their next generation. These are the kind of things that we are trying to achieve. We're trying to express ourselves, making Nigerians, become more economically empowered through real estate.
This is part of Making's Home, and it's our duty to produce beautiful homes and suitable for somebody that wants a cozy living, and at the same time you have price in mind. This is a quarter area of Lagos State. It's along Lekki-Ekpe Expressway, and the name of this one is Creek Avenue Court. It's a mini estate that is all-encompassing. It has a lot of other facilities you think about. We have our buyers in mind, like those young prospective buyers, and even though you've finished with your children and living abroad, schooling outside your jurisdiction, you can have one of them because they are portable in size, just like the type we have in UK and other parts of the European world. We have 4-bedroom and suite duplex. They are 4-bedroom, with including boys quarter inclusive, and it's a lovely place you would like to have. We've taken our time to make sure we keep away flood by raising the foundation, the topography. We work with our engineers to make sure that the topography is raised up. We don't have any issue of flooding in the estate and within the estate until you get to the express. And one very good thing you have to talk about when you talk about our estate, the location is unique. It's very proximity to the express. We have special security that parade the estate. We've secured the estate with special electric fence wire, which will trigger alarm at the slightest touch. We also have CCTV camera covering the estate. So it's quite fantastic if you enter the estate.
Investment, portfolio, time planning, surveying, and much more. Do you desire to have wealth? It is from real estate. You must come to M.I. Okoro to buy, lease, and to sell on National Real Estate Today.
Uroboskata. Very good. I'm specifically
addressing corporate organizations, yeah, and prospective tenants that would like to like this kind of location and this kind of tower. Surveyors Towers is about 8 floors of office complex belonging to Nigerian Institution of Surveyors. When I'm talking about surveyors, I'm talking about the land surveyors. And PC1 address is this building is the first, one of the first high-rise buildings on this close, Victoria Island. And the building was actually renovated newly by Nigerian Institution of Surveyors through M.I. Okoro and Associates. Today, we are putting up the property to let or for lease by corporate organizations. By the way, each floor, each floor has about 750 square meters. On the whole, about 7 floors, we have close to 6,000 square meters. And we have all the services. We have the 500 kVA 2 numbers. That's about 1,000. We have about 4 numbers, brand new lift. We have a water treatment plant, and we have all facilities, including the security. You can see how clean the compound is. So the floors are designed like open floor, as you can see on the screen, open floor. And we are expecting that it's either a corporate body takes all of them, or we can give it in floors to about 7 or more corporate tenants, you know, to be able to let go this investment. Like I said, it's a product of the effort of Nigerian Institution of Surveyors. And the M.I. Okoro was a sole agent, really, because we renovated, our company renovated the building and all the facilities and been letting it for them. Unfortunately, it has not been laid. But today, that's why we are bringing it to national real estate today, so that the world can bear us witness that this property, this edifice, this first-class office complex on the land on Victoria Island, is out to let or for lease. And we are here to assist the Nigerian Institution of Surveyors to let it to whoever that wants to use it for office only. Or if they want to put it for any other use other than residential, we will discuss.
National Real Estate Today. The show that tells you everything you need to know. Estate market, property development. Oh la la la. Authoritative information on real estate, housing, property market, and building materials. Quality advice to governments, corporate organizations, professional bodies, and practitioners of real estate. One-stop medium for all our housing needs. Investment, portfolio, town planning, surveying, and much more. Do you desire to have the wealth? It is from real estate. You must come to M.I. Okoro to buy, lease, and to sell on National Real Estate Today. National Real Estate Today. Every man deserves a house of his own.
When important people have important things to say, they do it through an important program and an important medium like National Real Estate Today. Now, my guess is that you have thoroughly enjoyed yourself, and of course, not to talk of the loads of information and tidbits you have gotten. You have learned one thing or two new about the property industry. We hate to go, but we gotta go. And I hope you're gonna join us same time, same station next week for yet another interesting package of National Real Estate Today. Don't forget, we have a repeat episode of this show on Wednesday afternoons. I think it's about 2:30 p.m. every Wednesday. Those of you who would like to watch it again, or if you didn't catch it, tell your brother so he can join us. And you will not believe it at all. I feel like going on and on and on with this program. Dr. M.I. Okoro, you can't beat the rich. That's all I can say. If you have a property you want to buy, lease, or sell, you know exactly what to do. you can come, of course, to MI Okoro. Of course, also, you can call the numbers right now on your screens. So we can do what? We can add value to it. Join us next week for another interesting package. And until then, on behalf of the hard-working crew of this production team, my name is Chidiebere, saying, may God bless you abundantly. See you next week.